most profound changes over the next decade will be driven by the transformative power of the internet. At the end of the year 2000, we had about 360 million internet users worldwide. This year, usership will surpass 2 billion. To keep that in context, that's in a world population of 7 billion. It's the most extraordinary revolution in the way information is both disseminated and digested the world has ever seen. And it's perhaps the most rapid when one looks back over the major technologies over the last 500 years. So where does this take us over the next decade?
Internet connectivity is going to have a profound impact on the way we live and on the way we work. We're going to see, more and more interactions happening remotely, sharing of information, sharing of documents, but also quicker access to this information and quicker decision making.
For many, many companies, what the power of the new internet does is it allows for genuinely engaged and involved consumer experiences.
We all seem now to be in a sort of always-on model where we're accessible and are able to communicate almost 24/7, no matter where we are. This has a profound impact, positive impact on productivity.
A very major issue for us around the world is the emergence of very large young populations in emerging markets, where increasingly government infrastructures are overwhelmed with their ability to serve education to these publics.
More people, more children, more adults are going to have access to education on a remote basis. They'll have access to more teachers. They'll have access to more information, more documentation, and I think enrollment, as we once know it, will not be the traditional one. Being physically present in a school or in an institute of more advanced learning or so on.
The best professors at Caltech could be available to rural children in Nigeria, not just at Caltech.
Government hopefully will see a major improvement in terms of productivity, in the sense of rendering services to citizens, of making more information available to citizens, more transparency, less time spent on setting up businesses, dealing with administrations and what have you.
And also, quite importantly, I think that the power of the internet lies in the ability to create transparency, which in my view, in some ways, is perhaps the single biggest antidote to the pervasive corruption that we see in some parts of the world in the delivery of everyday services to citizens. And finally, an area that we are very excited about is the implications for how work is done. What we see very clearly is changes in generational attitudes concerning the importance of work and the nature of work. People do want flexibility and more balance in how they engage with their workplace. That is not to say people wish to work less, they just wish to work differently. And the real power of this is to transform the way work is done, making location less relevant, so that we could collaborate in our workplace with colleagues anywhere in the world on a real-time basis without having people disrupt their lives to be with each other in order to get the work done.